Shalom Aleichem and welcome to this video. And in this video I'd just really like to show why I think that beards are biblical and why I think that men who are following after the Most High and seeking to keep his precepts and his statutes and his ways, we really ought to be wearing beards if we're able to grow them. So first of all, let's look at the Torah. A couple of scriptures in the Torah. Vayikra, or Leviticus 19 and verse 27 says, "Do not round the corner of your head, nor destroy the corner of your beard." Now, the obvious thing to say here is that it says, "Do not destroy the corner of your beard." This presupposes that you have a beard, doesn't it? Because if you don't have a beard, then you're not going to have any corners of a beard to destroy. So the commandment is given with the presupposition, with the assumption that the men who are hearing these commandments are wearing beards. And so this is a commandment not to wear a beard, because that's taken for granted. The commandment is how we should wear our beards. Okay, so for me this just straight away proves that we should be wearing beards, because it's given us instructions on how to wear them. Now what about okay, we're going to come back to this scripture. First of all, let me just show you a few more places where it presumes that men wear beards in the scriptures. If we go to Leviticus Vayikra 14 and verse 9, this is talking about lepers, and it says, "On the seventh day it shall be that he shaves all the hair off his head, and his beard, and his eyebrows, and even all his hair he shaves, and he shall wash his garments, and wash his body in water, and shall be clean." So again, this is one of the occasions where, okay, first of all, again, it's taken for granted that the lepers will have beards, because they're told to shave their beards, and this is one of the occasions where a man is to shave his beard, is when he's been cleansed from leprosy. Another scripture we can look at is 2 Samuel chapter 10. Now this is basically, the story is David had heard that the king of the Ammonites had died, so he sent some servants to the king's son in order to pass on commiserations. But the king's son did not believe that they were really trying to commiserate with him, but he believed that he had come to spy the city. So this is what he did. He took David's servants and shaved off half their beards. So notice, again, they had beards, because men wear beards. Righteous Israelites and those who are sojourning among them should be wearing beards, and cut off their garments in the middle as far as their buttocks, and sent them away. Now what was David's response? This is quite interesting for me, because it shows the expectation that men should have beards. This is what David said. David said, wait at Jericho until your beards have grown, and then return." So notice, David could have said, "It's alright, just shave off the other half and then you're all good." But he didn't. He said, wait till the whole beard has grown back. Wait till the other half of your beard has grown back. The reason, of course, is that men not having beards, particularly servants of the king, not to have beards, would not be acceptable in the sight of men, and would not be acceptable in the sight of the Most High Yah, I believe. So again, it's the showing that men should be wearing beards unless unless they've been shaved off, for either they were lepers and they've been cleansed. Also, another reason, which the men of Israel were doing, I'm not so sure if they should have been doing this. I don't think they should have been doing this, but it says in Yirmiyah 41 verse 5 that men came from Shechem and from Shiloh and from Shomeron, 80 men with their beards shaved and their garments torn, having cut themselves with offerings and incense in their hand to bring to the house of Yah. Now, in this case, these men had shaved their beards and they'd torn their garments. They'd also cut themselves. Now, we'll see, the Torah makes it clear that you're not supposed to be cutting yourself for any reason. And so I believe that this also shows that the shaving of their beards was also in that category. They had obviously shaved their beards in order to lament the fact that Jerusalem had been destroyed and the Babylonians had vanquished the king at this time. But the point I'm making anyway is that they had beards, but they had shaved their beards for the sake of lamenting. So the basic point is that men in the scriptures wear beards. That obviously shows, well, I mean, David wore a beard, Aharon wore a beard, the men of Israel wore beards, and we know that Yehoshua, the Messiah, also wore a beard. So we should be wearing beards too. Now, going back to the Torah, as I said, tells us how we should be wearing the beards. And it says, do not destroy the corner of your beard. What does that mean, don't destroy the corner of your beard? Another place we can look at, which says the same thing, is where it gives instructions to the priests. And it says, the priests do not shave the corner of their beard. So I believe, looking at the two of them together, to destroy means to remove, and it's the same meaning as to shave in this case. We should not shave the corner of the beard. Where is the corner of the beard? Well, it's the part of the beard which connects the hair on the side of the head with your proper beard. So we should not be cutting off, we should not be shaving off the side portion of our hair, the sideburns which connect the hair on the head with the hair on our faces. Okay, so those righteous men should be wearing beards that connect their, that go all the way around and connect the hair on the head with the hair, with the hair on the beard. Now, I do not believe that we should be doing as the rabbinical Jews do, and those who follow rabbinical Judaism. What they do is that they don't even trim the hair on the side, on that portion. Now, I don't believe this is a valid interpretation, because it says that we should not shave that portion. And again, in 1927, it says we should not destroy. I believe that means we should not remove completely that corner portion of our beards. But it does not mean that we can't trim them. That does not mean that we can't keep them, well trimmed. But it just means that we should have hair there. We should have our beards should be going all the way down from, going all the way up from our cheek all the way up there to where it starts joining with the hair on the side of our heads. But it does not mean that we can't trim it. It just means that we should not destroy that portion, meaning we should not remove completely that portion of hair. So I believe that the rabbinical Judaism is wrong or whatever it is, whatever sect of rabbinical Judaism it is that teaches that that men shouldn't even trim that portion. I believe that teaching is wrong. The teaching is simply this: men should wear beards, and we should not we should not shave off the portion of our beards which connects the beard to the hair on the side of the head. And so that's basically the reasons why I believe that the beards are biblical.